Investing in girls' and women's rights to political participation is a necessary step to achieving global gender equality and democratic governance, which will pave way for more women in the political, business, civic arena, equitable and peaceful societies. This was the message Delegate TV gathered from International Conference on Women in Governance, organized by the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies in Abuja. Participants who spoke to Delegate TV at the conference on how to involve more women in political governance have this to say.
Like has been said, we the leaders, especially the elected leaders at all levels, the executive, the legislature, we need to come together to promote the cause of women. I'm very happy with what I've heard here today. Women should be encouraged. Our daughters, sisters, all women should be encouraged and supported. Number one, we have to ensure we enhance the education of women. Many women are dropping out of school, especially those in the north. They're not even obtaining secondary school education. That is a thing of concern. And we have to empower those who have the political will and encourage more women to come into the political arena. Today, I thank God I'm the longest serving female. 2 of us, 5 times National Assembly. I contested 6 elections. I lost the first one, but I was not deterred. I came back, and I've been back in the field, fighting alongside the men. Yes. Not fighting necessarily for equality, but fighting to let them know, and they have accepted me as one who will represent them effectively. So women should work alongside the men to ensure that we have better representation, and the men should support us. The Emir of Keffi just said it all, that women should be supported. Our daughters, 40% for women is not too much. 30% is not too much. Whatever percentage the men give us is not too much. Not all women have the privilege I have. I'm from a political family. But other women who may not be from political families, they will need more encouragement.
Yes, I would say that it's very, very timely because like we've seen from the previous election that there's a declining rate of women representation in governance and legislatures, so participation. So I would say this is a clarion call for women representation. Like the keynote speaker said, that we are not rubbing shoulders with men, we are not advocating for equality, we are only advocating for equity, a seat at the table for women representation. Like every other African country has emulated the United Nations 35% affirmative action, so it is our time in Nigeria to actually do that, because there's a declining rate. Like for example, at the Senate seat, we have just 3 women representation, which is less than 3% so of the seat. So it calls for advocacy, it calls for dialogue, it calls for we sitting with our men, look at the problems we are facing, try to analyze it, and then find a lasting solution to it. And at the same time, taking it to the house of the National Assembly seat, where they can actually bring this into law and make it effective for us. I would say to them that they need to come out. Rome was not built in a day. Things that are sweet, like my Yoruba people would say, that success is not being achieved by sitting in a place. You have to go out there to get success. Don't be discouraged. This is the time that you have to come out, because once this is signed into law and we are able to have our own seats at the National Assembly, or in governance, or in legislatures, or in parliament, there will be a lot more of women coming in. So this has nothing to do with you sitting in the house. Like a keynote speaker said that, one of the keynote speakers said that you have to come out, you have to educate yourself, you have to empower yourself, you have to be in your grassroots, you have to make people, even the leaders of the party, understand what your potentials is, how effective you can represent them if they give you the opportunity to serve the country and serve your people. So I would say to them, don't be discouraged, come out in your numbers and let's do this together.
The reason why I'm here is, when I heard the impact of women in governance, I said this program is a program that I need to attend. Because even me myself, I have a platform for women, which I'm trying to empower women, impacting my own knowledge, impacting my own money to them. Because when you assist or when you give one woman an opportunity, it's as if you give all the world opportunity. You see, we women were into many multi-tasks at home. So for us to have an opportunity to be in government is a privilege. So when we have that kind of privilege, we need to impact it. I can use some of our, like my mother, our mentor, the First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu. We have seen she has been a member with experience. She became the senator with experience, and now she's now the First Lady. The same thing happened to our husband, our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The same thing happened to the vice president. So, and the cabinet is the president is trying to make. You can see women. You can see the 60% of women there, like Madam Betta, the national woman leader, with the help and with our participation, with our participation in terms of elves in other states. You can see how His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu give her the opportunity to be one of our ministers today. And we have them like that, like Abike Dabiri. We have them, we have women that they have the capability and they have the capacity. So me, what I can say is all the House of Representatives, all states, all the House of Assembly, all states, all the SAs, the commissioners, most governments have been doing it. I can use my own governor as an example. Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, his first tenure, he is the first governor that gives women opportunity. And now, if you even ask me again in his cabinet, we have 20%, 100%, 60% of women in his cabinet. So I think if other governors can be doing this in other states, we women will be giving our own knowledge to support, whatsoever a man wants to do. That's why they said, what a man can do, a woman can do better. In a place whereby you are given an opportunity.
Well, there are several ways women can be involved in politics. However, the challenges that we are currently addressing in this conference are faced by a lot of women, right from the grassroots to the top, is what we're trying to address. There are many ways. So first of all, we have to cut down the cultural barriers, the political and the religious as well, religious barriers. That's why in there you can see that political dignitaries, high profile people are actually in there, as well as religious and traditional leaders are all the representatives. So this is one way of engaging multiple stakeholders in order to get women heard and then gotten into governance and political office. The important thing I'm advocating for is for women to be educated, because like what my sister said, that women need to be educated in order to be heard. So you do not have to be in the position of leadership to make change. There are other philanthropic and other backstage players who are doing so many things that are quite impactful in the society. So at the end of the day, I will still tell those at the background to keep doing what they are doing, as long as they are promoting education in women all across Nigeria, as well as try to decrease the gender inequality and the challenges women are facing in different parts of their life.
I think the time is okay. So, and I know that the conference is about women empowerment. It encourages women in governance. Very interesting conference, because I am a woman and I like to see more women in governance. At least let's have a minimum percentage of women in governance. So it's a good conference, and I'm happy to be here today. One of the lectures that I listened to, he said that we have to learn to be able to speak up. And you know, if you're saying you're shy and nobody is coming home to pick you, you have to participate in the politics. You know, so you can't be at home and you expect somebody to come and pick you up. So we need to come up as a woman to participate in every space of government.
Honestly, the importance of this program cannot be overemphasized. There's this very common saying that when you empower a woman, you empower a whole generation. This is what the women are saying. Empower us and you will see a better Nigeria, you will see a better economy, and you will see a better world at the end of the day. So we cannot overemphasize the importance of this program. It is happening at the right time. The women have been talking, nothing has really happened, but we're hoping that with this new set of politicians that are in power, things will change and things will change for the better. The women have done their part. The men just need to give way and allow them to, to get to where they need to get to. Unfortunately, there are a lot of barriers that are hampering, the women getting into those positions and getting into governance. And those barriers are not far-fetched. There are things that can actually be done away with, and it is not the women. The women have done their part. They are educated, they are ready, they are out there screaming to be recognized and screaming to be, admitted into offices and waiting to serve the country, waiting to make things better. The men just need to do a little bit better by allowing them be part of this whole change that we're all hoping and praying for.
The conference has come at a very appropriate time, a time when Nigeria needs this kind of talk. It is a period of reflection. You all agree with me as Nigerians that we have just concluded the 2023 general election. And the result shows that in spite of the fact that we have a large portion of our women participating in politics, voting, staying in the sun, long queues, go to the villages, go to the local governments, yet the number of representation we have in governance as of today is nothing to write home about. The number of people in the House of Representatives is so abysmally low. The number of those senators in the assembly, in the National Assembly, there's only 3 of them women. So this kind of forum is very good. It's a period for us to reflect on why are we having low participation of women in politics. How do we move from where we are to where we are supposed to be in Nigeria? Good enough, we have representatives from African countries here. South Africans are here, the Ugandans are here, the Kenyan House of Assembly members are here, so we can share experience with them. I am presenting a paper, for instance, like any others, among the 70 participants that are presenting papers here. These papers will form a very strong document for the Nigerian Parliament to assist in ensuring that they legislate on how best to incorporate and involve women in participation in governance in Nigeria. So, today's event and tomorrow's program, which will culminate in our communique, which we are going to write, is something that everybody should work towards, ensuring that women are participating actively and that they have a duty to play the role that their men are also playing. One, they are mothers, they are our sisters, they are our daughters, and so on and so forth. So this kind of program is very good, and I'm happy that the Nigerian National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies has come with this program, and they are going to make a very, very useful information to the government of Nigeria. The executive, for instance, they'll be able to have a document on how best to address the issue of women, and this will cascade to the state levels, to the local government levels, so that together we can continue to move Nigeria into a better and deepening our democracy in this country. Okay. It's good that the president, the number 3 man in Nigeria, was around to declare this place open, the president of the Senate, and that is to tell you that it will not just be a talk show. It is something that they have to work upon because he himself is here and he has listened to the papers and the lead papers presented. He will make sure that he gets back to the National Assembly for them to have. We are leaving this place with a blueprint that will serve as a way forward on how to involve our women in governance in this country. I am sure that it's not going to be the same business as usual. Things will become to take its better shape because this is an international forum and we have all the states represented at this particular conference.
Like the last panel before this one that is going on now, they have representatives from Kenya, South Africa, and the other one from Uganda. From all the experiences they shared, I learned from them that these countries are doing better than Nigerians because not only that the affirmative law, whatever they signed, the one that was agreed at the not only that they are keeping to it, again they have enshrined the quota being given to women in their constitutions. This makes it to be enforceable. Unlike Nigeria here, it's not found in our constitution. So if our women are not given their quota in the parliament, in the appointed positions, or not even the one we via the elected ones, nobody will question them. In political parties, we have women only for women. What do they call it? Women leader. The chairman, I did one project that investigated the women participation in FCT. The six area councils in FCT. I discovered that for several years, women have never taken any serious position in the political parties. I investigated PDP, I investigated APC in FCT. And I also gauged that is how it is in so many of our states. So what I have learned here, and I'm taking home, and I'm going to, let me use the church word, evangelize, is to say that some countries like Uganda, Kenya, South Africa, they are doing better than Nigeria because they have enshrined it in their constitution. So this country needs to enshrine the positions that women will be given in the political positions in the constitution, so that women will be represented. And also we women have also learned that we shouldn't just sit back and be shouting gender. We should also equip ourselves and be ready so that at any slightest opportunity we will mount the positions.
We all must know that first we are one nation under God, and the order of creation of God Almighty also lets us know the value of women. They are our mothers, they are our sisters, they are our aunties, they are our sisters, they are our wives, and if you like, even they are our helpers. So their roles in this country has already been divinely instituted, and any country that wants to grow must promote women. They can handle things from different perspectives. They are alert, they are active, and also what we do as a country, we should change ourselves if we do not utilize their potentials. As natives, we ensure that we promote women, their talents, their potentials, even in their numbers. We want them included in every stage of our activity, and you can find them as beautiful, as talented, and as courageous as you may.
On the final note, members of the National Assembly and relevant stakeholders were advised to promote new laws and legislations on gender equality and build a democratic culture in which the rights of women were protected. Juliet Johnson, Delegate TV, Abuja.